Cloud services. Today I won't be talking about cloud services, but instead I'll be talking about Three.js. Why? Well, I love the web and I love Three.js because it allows us to create cool 3D things like this on the web. Three.js, for those who don't know, it's a JavaScript library that allows us to create these 3D things. It's used by Apple, Google, different marketing agencies and so on to create games, visuals, experiences, and so on. And I think in April is going to be 7 years since version 1 of Three.js, which is exciting. And yeah, this project's been around, been with me, I guess, for the past 7 years. I built several games with it and different kind of visuals. Here's one of them where I think in Chrome 27 days I built this GitHub archive room where it would allow you to visualize your GitHub archive in 3D. And in the background it uses a project called Voxel.js, which uses Three.js as its engine. And you can like fly around and see all the GitHub activity you had for the past couple of years. People you followed, code you pushed, and so on. And yeah, it's been great. I mean, Three.js, if I didn't mention, it has over like 700 contributors now, and so on. And you can find it at threejs.org. And I guess if you wanted to get started with it, you would you would look at the example code, and you get a spinning cube in the end of it, which is kind of cool, but you probably won't know where to go from there. For those who noticed it, these slides are built with Three.js. There's an FPS meter there in the top left corner, so I can look at the slides if I really wanted to. So this is not how I got started, right? I mean, I glanced at it and was like, okay, I can include a JavaScript library, build some cubes. Not cool. Instead, I got inspired, which means back in the day, I think Three.js had this example page. You see all the examples on the left. And at that time, there was like 1,000 examples. Now there's like, I think, maybe over almost 100 examples now, where you can check every example and find something you like. In this case, this is like a visual where it plays a video inside of these cubes, and the cubes explode. So pretty cool. And this is how I got started. I started looking at the source of these examples, trying to remix them, download the source, change the video, for instance, or change the shapes, and kind of go from there. Then I started combining examples together. Like we could take the video example, combine it with some physics example, or some lights and so on, and kind of go from there. If that's not enough, you can look at the featured projects, which is more complex examples, more complex projects where people spend weeks and weeks perfecting this experience, where you get like a moving 3D model, you get the Earth shape, and so on. These are a bit harder to get the source for, so you would have to hack a bit and maybe download it somehow and maybe tweak it, but kind of shows you what's possible with Three.js. The other thing I like is this open source workflow, which you start with a pencil and paper, you draw a 3D model, you start creating the 3D model in Blender, which is an open source free tool you can download, animate it, export it, and import it into Three.js. And by the end of that, you would get something like this. So we got this 3D model here, oops, running around, waving, and so on. So there's an article, there's a GitHub repo that will help you do this, and you will learn so much. Like you will learn 3D modeling, animation, and Three.js. So all the cool things. That's open source workflow. Whitestorm.js is a newish project, which is kind of a framework for Three.js. The cool things with that, it has like React support, it gives you a physics engine, it gives you a nice set of components and modules. You can start using latest ES6 JavaScript syntax. You can get live reload, all the stuff that's going to speed up your workflow. And even if you won't end up using Three.js in your production projects or work, at least you will learn a bunch of other stuff that will be really useful. So I showed, oh yeah, the demo. So the intro slide that you saw with the rotating asteroids and so on, that was Whitestorm.js, but also here's an example of the physics engine. So it looks like one of those 3.js examples, but you get this physics engine, and it's like, so it has 320 objects, and you get this for free with Western.js. It's also on GitHub, just like 3.js. In this second part of my talk, I just want to talk about the future that is either already here or almost here. WebGL 2, that's landed in Firefox in January. That's available right now. Without throwing any WebGL 2 terms at you, basically, the graphics is so good. You get cool reflections. Like if you try out this after the Vlad demo, it's part of the Mozilla Hacks. There's a Mozilla Hacks article on WebGL. You can walk around it and you can't even tell in some cases where is this console graphics or is this like web tech that's available, to use as a part of the web platform. So that's WebGL 2. The other cool thing that is here, I don't know, like a week ago, is augmented reality. So you can do, let's see if the camera picks it up. It's a bit dark here. Cool, so it's a bit dark, but you get this. So this is like a Three.js primitive with a texture applied to it. It's a bit dark, so I think it has a hard time seeing the, there we go, let's do it again. And you get something like this, and you can like do a geography class or something, or do like a solar system. You have a marker for each planet, and show how stuff is rotating there. Similar to this, you can also go with a different demo, which you'll get a transparent animation. So again, this is basic Three.js code with an AR library together with it. And you can zoom in, let's see how far I can go. Cool, and things are just getting started with this. This has been, I think, trending on GitHub since last week or so. And I'll have links to that if you want to hack around with AR. Just let me know. And it's also available at on mobile, where you get 60 FPS AR. If you walk around this marker on phones like Nexus 5 is able to render this in 60 FPS. Virtual reality is also, part of it is here, part of it is not, where this is the Aurora Audio example where this is available on cardboard, and so it's mobile virtual reality headsets built with Three.js. Get this experience if you find it online. So try it out. Built by a local studio here in Toronto, Gem 3. And yeah, really easy to do that. I have a demo of something that's kind of coming soon, where you can go even further. Where you can build VR things for things like Steam. And here's a really quick demo here where I put my WebGL game built with all the web platform tools alongside games that are built with Unity or like Unreal Engine. So yeah, I have like Jump Simulator, which is built in Unity. I have a game of JavaScript, which kind of is sitting there without, like, I'm not going to tell you that I'm built with the web platform tools and kind of WebGL, but it's here, and I can play it in VR just like any other game. So I can go play in VR. This is recorded from my screen, so you can like see the windows showing up. This particular demo uses Servo, the new Mozilla's rendering engine, web engine, and you can get this JavaScript room where you can, you're trying to think how you're going to write your next JavaScript app. You can have this JavaScript carpet. You can walk around and think, like, how am I going to build my app? So it's got this FPS meter similar to what you saw like other Three.js demos. You can walk around and you can see there's integration. It's like any other VR game, but built with web platform tools. Built with Servo in this case, but I think in the next couple of months, if you don't want to use Servo, you release something else, you can probably like embed Blink and create games using the skills you already know as part of like web JavaScript and so WebGL. The other project that I want to quickly mention, which is A-Frame, at aframe.io, that's Mozilla's project, built on top of Three.js, allows you to create these quick virtual reality experiences as well if you want to kind of quickly get started and just try out how you like it. And then I would suggest, kind of in my experience, I played around with this a bit, and then I needed better tools and kind of go beyond that. I just jumped straight to Three.js and started building things that way. Cool, that's kind of my time there. But if you want links to any of these examples that I showed, it's at vf.io/73, and you can find slides over there. And thank you. I'll be around if you have any questions.